just making coffee here, getting ready for the day, and wanted to share something that became so clear during a recent visit at a psychic. And actually, those who know me know I'm not one to go to psychics very often. I've done it a few times in my life, but it's just something I usually don't go to. And the beautiful thing was I didn't even know she was a psychic beforehand. A friend actually recommended her. But there's some amazing things that happened, and she doesn't know it yet. But we're going to interview her for the channel because she's a quite extraordinary lady, and the things that she saw, the things that she was able to tell me were astonishing, and there were some things that blew my mind completely. Now they're very personal. I'm not going to share them. Full disclosure here, but there are two things that are so universally true, I wanted to come on and share them with you. So, towards the end of the session, and we had gone through, wow, a roller coaster and clearing, and it was really powerful. But towards the end of the session, she said, well, I want to check on your happiness and joy meter. And I knew my happiness and joy meter were quite low, and probably on average during my life. Well, she said, well, you're performing on many levels, and that's working really well for you. But happiness and joy, it's not so high. I said, no, my happiness and joy meters aren't high. And so we talked about that. We worked on that, and she did some clearing on that too. But the most beautiful thing was that in the days after, I kept asking myself, what brings me joy in this moment? Or do I even give myself permission to be joyous and happy? And that was really the thing that threw me, because I realized I wasn't. Now here's the thing, there's always things in anyone's life, mine and yours, doesn't matter, that would justify you or justify for you to not be happy. Like you could say, this has not worked out yet, and I have problems here, or my friend's sick, or my mother's not doing well, and hence, how can I be happy? And I realized that I was running these programs. I was going, okay, so there's still this to take care of and that to take care of. It's not time yet. It's not time for joy and happiness. And so in the last 2 weeks since I visited this psychic, every single day, multiple times a day, I'm asking myself, what brings me joy right now? And I realize I'm smiling more often for no particular reason, number one. Number two is, I also realize there is so many things to be joyous about in my life. There's so many things to be happy about, and even things to get really excited about. But I think, when we look at the big picture, the things that you and I discover, research, or know, or we sometimes feel bad for feeling good, if that makes sense. So we feel bad for actually being excited when people around us might not be, or when the world at large isn't. And that can become a heavy burden. So I'm asking you, because I'm asking myself every day, when was the last time you got really excited about something and you didn't try to justify it? Like, you don't have to justify it. A lot of people think you can only get happy when you've accomplished something, or something good has happened, or you've made something happen. But that's just not the truth. You can step outside and just be thankful and happy about the next breath. You can get excited about new ideas to pop into your head. You can get excited about life being this always expanding thing where you think you got it, and then there's another layer and another layer and another layer. Oh, look who's coming in.
Good morning, everyone.
Are you leaving?
Yes, and well, I bring you joy. You bring me joy.
You do. All right, friends. Well, she's leaving. Then those kisses are, they're not optional. So, this was just a quick tune-in to remind all of us, and I need to remind myself more than anyone probably, that joy and happiness aren't, it's not like this is going to be 24/7, but it's a birthright. and that no matter what we are doing or what we are trying to accomplish, that we can do it in joy. And so this is your reminder. And the last thing I'm going to say is that all the great things, all the big great things that I've experienced or we created in this life, they were all birthed from joy. Inspired was birthed from pure joy. Like, it was pure joy. There was nothing else but joy. You know, the love of my life birthed from pure joy. Like, there was nothing else but joy. And we underestimate the power of that. I think that's where creativity is born. All right, my friends, I'm sending you much love. And just so you know, for those who are waiting for something that they wanted to experience in their lives to come true, manifesting, you know, the thing, life, the field that we inform of our intentions does not forget. Okay, I got to tell you this. I'm currently in these last few days, I'm collaborating and collaborating with a few people here that was in my field from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And back then I let it go. And I sort of just released it because there were other things in my life that were presenting themselves that wanted to be done. But all those intentions were birthed from great joy. And they're now playing out. And I'm just, wow. The field does not forget. Field does not forget, friends. Trust it. It doesn't forget. All right. Sending you much love, many blessings. We'll be back with you again very, very soon.